today. I wonder for how long.
Yeah, that's a great question. Because remember mid-June, Neil, when Nvidia all of a sudden became the world's biggest company, overtaking Microsoft and Apple, and many thought, okay, maybe there was a new paradigm shift in leadership in the stock markets. Well, you fast forward 6 weeks, and Nvidia has now lost almost $1 trillion in value. So that's almost 2 Teslas gone, and not a lot of dip buying. And that's despite the 27% drop you've seen in the stock and a post-stock split low below $100 a piece yesterday. And that's because there aren't a whole lot of catalysts right there in the markets. That is up until Nvidia's earnings on August 28th. And actually, you know, if you look at AMD, that actually helped support the market recently with its bullish guidance. Supermicro, the AI server trade of this AI hype cycle, it's still up 80% this year and splitting 10 for 1. Now, the question is, are the gains over? Well, if you judge it by the huge amount of continued spending on artificial intelligence, AI, in this AI arms race across big tech and the Valley, we're talking about tens of billions of dollars still chasing Nvidia chips. And every big tech company are upping their AI spend. And virtually every big tech executive that I spoke to this earnings season, they have confirmed they are ramping up their spend significantly. Goldman Sachs says at least $1 trillion in AI spending by these tech giants, and that could raise global GDP by 7%. Now, one person who's been buying the dip, Cathie Wood, ARK Invest, innovation ETFs, they've been picking up $28 million in Amazon and AMD shares this week, but her ARK fund has hit its lowest this year. Investors are pulling out over $2 billion from ETFs, and that's on pace for her worst year of outflows in a decade for Cathie. Now, meantime, some news here this morning. Microsoft continues its AI push. Microsoft will incorporate Palantir's big data analysis and its cloud services to the U.S. Defense and intelligence agencies. Now, Microsoft, we know, is still going all in on AI. Biggest investor in OpenAI. Amazon, Google invested in ChatGPT competitor Anthropic. We're talking about billions of dollars worth. Nvidia has invested in Cohere, Mistral, which is a $5 billion AI company in France. And the next 5 years, Neil, should be rather interesting. I'm just wondering what you think of the JP Morgan call this morning. By the way, they have upped now the recession call to 35%, up from 25%. But then you have Jamie Dimon, who says that in his view, a soft landing is only maybe a 35 to 40% probability.
But, you know, what good does that do to say the odds have climbed maybe 5 or 8%, whatever? It just seems like a meaningless flash, doesn't it, when they do this sort of thing? Look, things are looking more worrisome. We're going to look at a 5 to 8% more chance of problems. Stop it. And I just
Very good point.
We should have a thing in the show, right? We just stop it. Behave yourselves.
Talk to the hand.
I have no idea where I'm going with that. But, Susan, that does not apply to you.